3 tips for getting into cold water therapy or cold water immersion or ice baths, anything of that nature. So my name's Conway with Health HQ. I've been doing ice baths or cold water therapy rather, probably for about 5 years, which started with jumping in cold rivers every morning to cold showers to ice baths. So firstly, what I want to say is figure out why you want to do it. So you might have seen some literature online or some videos we've done or anything like that around some benefits that come with it, and that might really excite you, because that's what excited me. So tailor your routine to that. So maybe one of the benefits might be inflammation, so making sure you're doing it after workouts to reduce that inflammation. One might be energy boost, so maybe make sure you're doing it in the morning. One might be mental benefits, that could be another reason that you're drawn to it. So then maybe setting yourself a goal to slowly lower the temperature, each week, to kind of keeping yourself really pushing for more. But it's about figuring out why you're doing it, because I had no idea how deep it was in terms of all the different things it offers, and especially it offers at different points. Like, for example, it's fantastic for reducing inflammation, so doing it after workouts gets rid of that. But then doing strength training or gym workouts actually creates a lot of good inflammation in the muscles. So doing it too early after gym workouts dampens some of that potential muscle growth. So if it's a gym workout for me, I ice bath at least 4 hours afterwards, is what the literature advise. But if it's cardio or aerobic, cardio or martial arts or anything like that, I ice bath straight afterwards, because I want to get rid of that inflammation, because it's not really about muscle growth. And other things like ice bathing before training can massively increase growth hormone, testosterone and things like that, which are other incredible benefits. So look into, when to do it and things like that. Another thing is around being kind to yourself. So when I first started doing them, I started at 10 degrees and I could do 30 seconds, and I progressed down temperature wise, and I probably at its peak, I was doing 5 minutes for 3 degrees at 5 a.m. every single morning. So I woke up, and the first thing I did, and I really dreaded it. I hated it effectively, but I felt incredible afterwards. But it was just a bit much for me, and it did a lot for me mentally. But now I've got a much better relationship with it, and I enjoy it so much more. And a few key rules I'd really push for you is that only get in when you want and get out when you want. It's as simple as that. You can look at the time if you're interested, but just get in when you want. When you start shivering, or when you don't want to be in there anymore, just get out. And yes, you could joke I don't want to be in there after 10 seconds, but it's when it's time to get out. So just having a better relationship with it, instead of forcing yourself to do it and you miss a day and you hate yourself, because I had a lot of days like that, I'd beat myself up. But it goes back to the first point, why are you doing it, right? And now thirdly, to make sure you're doing it consistently, or you're able to maintain a routine in doing it, is you want to habit stack it with something else. So what that means is pairing it with another activity, which it might be, equivalent might be, when I get home from work, I'm going to put my shoes on straight away, or when I, pre-setting out your gym gear the night before, so when I wake up, I put it on. So it's another name for it. It's called implementation intentions from the health psychology literature. What it really means is when something happens, you do it. So it means you're deciding beforehand when you're going to be getting in. Now, it might be when you get home from work, you instantly get in. It's without a doubt, you do it every day without thinking. Or every single morning when you wake up, it's the first thing you do. Or the second you get back from training, you get in your togs and jump in. So just figuring out when you do it. For me, I do it always straight after my sauna sessions, which I love. I've paired it feels fantastic. And then the heart, watching the heart rate difference from going in here and then watching it plummet, because it actually goes down when you go in the ice bath, because everything slows down and restricts. And then you get out, and then your heart rate actually goes up as oxygen floods all around your system. So anyway, I do it after saunaing. I used to do it straight away after training. It's just about pairing it. So it's deciding beforehand, because if you just leave it ambiguous, you won't do it, because no one wants to do it, right? And then I guess the final plus bonus point would be, how are you doing it? Cold showers are a great option, but they're not quite as good as, like I said, full immersion. Jumping in the cold ocean, if you're near that, is another good option. I used to have a chest freezer, which I rigged into an ice bath, and it was good, but there's a lot of risks in terms of leaks and rust and electrical safety. So what I use now is one of our Health HQ inflatable ice baths, and they're so easy. So it goes outside, they're $200, the full bundle, insulated lid, cover, everything. And I put some ice in it. Sometimes I want to bring that in temperature, but in the morning or during the day, it normally sits at about 11 degrees, which is more than enough, unless you're really doing it seriously and pushing it. And then what I do to bring mine down is I actually get a couple ice cream containers, which of course I don't eat the ice cream from, I tipped it out. I get a couple of ice cream containers, I fill them with water, and I just freeze them, and then I put them in maybe half an hour before, and that brings it down a bit for me. So it's just about figuring out that, making it easy and removing the barriers. So like if you've got one in your backyard, it's already full, you get home from work, you change, you jump straight in, you're done, right? So remove the barriers, be kind to yourself, figure out why you're doing it, and use that to sort of tailor your routine. Hope that goes well for you. Let me know if you have any questions or anything else I can help with. Thanks, guys.